says, how can we justify ourselves in the sight of God when he commands us to love one another as we love ourselves, but we don't act physically on our own government and its foot soldiers when they harm and kill? This was Bonhoeffer's debate. This was his dilemma. Right? Dietrich Bonhoeffer, during the Second World War, this was his dilemma. He's the one that said it's the church's responsibility to make the government reflect on what they do and how they do it. And he said it's the church's responsibility to help heal those who have been injured by a government who are doing things that they shouldn't do. But if the government chooses not to stop its ways, then it's up to the church to be a spoke in the wheel of the government so that they can't run anybody else over. And when it came to push to shove, when push came to shove, Bonhoeffer had to make a decision. And now, while there's no conclusive evidence, as far as I know, that he absolutely was involved in an assassination attempt against Hitler, lots of folks suggest that he did. There is evidence that suggests that he did. He was tried for it. Well, I don't know if he was tried for it, but he was convicted of it, and he was sent to prison because of it. But this was the dilemma that he faced as a pacifist. What am I supposed to do here? What am I supposed to do here? Do I physically try to stop this from happening and do something that I'm told I'm not supposed to do? Or do I let it continue? It's the dilemma. Personally, I'm a pacifist, and there is no, I don't think, I've never encountered the situation that would draw me over the line. I've never encountered the situation that would draw me back over the line. I've never had an experience that would say, nope, in this case, I would absolutely do it. Where I am right now, I would always call for nonviolence. Always. Because I also don't believe violence ever ends. It just leads to more violence. We've been through that. I can love my neighbor as I love myself by taking care of my neighbor as they experience injustice. I can love my neighbor as I love myself, as I take care of my neighbor as they experience oppression. I can take care of my neighbor. I can love my neighbor as I love myself by standing up with my neighbor, by empowering my neighbor to stand up and speak for themselves. I can allow my voice to be heard. I can ensure that my dissenting voice is heard. I can encourage others to speak up, speak out, to march and to protest. I can engage in all kinds of forms of civil disobedience without ever raising my hands to hurt another neighbor. Because that's part of this. These people that we would, these foot soldiers, they're our neighbors too. It is the great dilemma. But for me, I always, as of now, find myself on the side of nonviolence. I would always preach nonviolence. I would always preach that to make people stop believing, to make people stop doing horrible things, you have to change what it is they believe. And to change what it is people believe requires us to act with love and compassion and generosity. It requires us to offer a corrective understanding by by showing them love. But faith NG, what you're presenting is a dilemma of the ages. And my guess would be, well, I don't know. I don't have a guess. I just know my own feelings on it. If it's right, I don't know. If it's wrong, I don't know. But it's where I find myself. It's where I find myself being. Amen.